Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here to look at our round 6 of the GTMC from Tuesday evening. This is Lobby 2 at Autopolis Short. But we'll get a quick catch up. What is the GTMC? Well, if you keep up with things, you'd know. No, it's our multi-class league championship, where our sim racers use the group. I've got people viewing already. I don't know why. Group 4. The Group 4 cars and the Group 3 cars. Sorry, it was throwing me off. There was things happening in the corner. They qualify for 10 minutes in the Group 4 car of the manufacturer they choose. That's what I was saying. They choose a manufacturer and then they race 2 races in their both categories of Group 4 and Group 3. Sorry, I muddled that right up. It's because it was having a bit of a spaz in the top corner saying loads of people are watching, but it's too early in the morning. So that's the GTMC. You should know. Right, I'll tell you the tables of Lobby 2 before we move on to look at the grid. And I saved them because I think they've been updated in the Discord, but luckily I thought to give a quick snapshot of them. So is that the drivers? Let's have a look. Here we are. Yes. So, top of the table is a Shadow Rider in the Porsche on 224 points. In second is Skyjacker in the Toyota on 203 points. Cymek is third on 189 points in the Dodge. Bunny fourth in the McLaren on 178 points. Jim in the Ferrari is fifth on 177 points. Jokers is 6th in the Jaguar on 153 points. Pat 7th with the Ford is also on 153 points. Geordie in 8th in the Hyundai, I think he was, but he hasn't raced for a while, is on 138 points. Rivixter 9th in the Mercedes on 102 points. Jam 10th was in the Ferrari on 69 points. Flashman in 11th with the Porsche on 44 points. And Dutch 12th on 24 points. I can't even remember what he drove. I think he only drove in the first round. It was that long ago. So that is the Drivers' Championship. This has been a bit of a fuddle this morning, hasn't it? Sorry, I apologise. I haven't been smooth. So, the Manufacturers' Championship is Porsche on top of the table with 224 points. Toyota in second on 203 points. Dodge in third on 189 points. Ferrari fourth on 188 points. McLaren in fifth on 178 points. Jaguar 6th on 158 points. Ford 7th on 153 points. Hyundai 8th on 139 points. And Mercedes 9th on 102 points. Right, that's the table. That was a really shoddy explanation of what the GTMC is. I'm usually smoother than that. I do apologise. Right then, it was because those 3 were distracting me. Cheers, guys. Thanks for that. I'll see you later. Drinks, yeah, at the 4th tent. Right, see you then. Let's go and have a look at the grid here at Autopolis Short for round 6 of the GTMC. As we make ourselves onto the race course, we see sitting on pole the indistinguishable colours of the Toyota Supra of Skyjacker. So Skyjacker grabbing pole in qualifying, great stuff. Second on the grid is Bunny in the McLaren. And then third, we've got the Ferrari at the sharp end there. Third on the grid for Jim. In fourth, Jokers in the Jaguar, looking racy. Fifth, Pat in the Ford Mustang. And then sixth, we've got Flashman in the Porsche. He has to miss every other week, I think, due to work, so it's great to see him here. And then 7th, we've got Rivixter in the Merc. So no Shadow Rider, the championship leader so far, is not here. Interesting stuff. So without further ado, we'll get on with this sprint race, the 15-minute race. I didn't tell you the tyres. So they're going to use super softs in the sprint race, and in the feature race it's 40 minutes, and they have free choice of super softs, softs and mediums, but they have to use 2 compounds for at least 3 laps. Okay, bang. I could have done that at the beginning a lot better. Right then, sorry guys. We'll be smooth running from now. Hey, Skyjacker, yeah boy, good morning, dude. Hello. That was really rough if you heard the beginning of that. So here they are, lined up on the grid. Have we got a better view? That's a bit better. As we're looking at Skyjacker getting ready for the lights here at Autopolis Shorts. And they go. Look like Bunny moved a bit quicker than that. Skyjacker's getting absolutely a deluge of cars flooding around the Toyota. Jim there in the Ferrari taking the lead. But no, Joker's in the Jaguar. The Joker's, he is the legend. He's just taken his Jaguar straight up into first place with Jim in second, Bunny in third, Pat there in fourth. Skyjacker dropped all the way to fifth there. I don't know if there was a bit too much wheel spin from the Toyota, a bit slow off the line. Rivixter up in sixth with Flashman in the Porsche down in seventh place. So Joker's, what a start. Great stuff there from the Jaguar, and there Bunny and the Ferrari of Jim fighting it over. And now you've got Pat involved. Pat in the Ford Mustang side by side with the Ferrari. The Ferrari's got the inside line though, so you would put your money on Jim coming out of that corner in third, and Pat into fourth. He's there though in the Mustang, giving it big wellies. And Skyjacker in fifth, just waiting for his moment. Oh no, Pat's dropped it. He's taken Bunny with him. My word. Can Bunny get going? Bunny's there. Ooh, Flashman's just going past Bunny there, and Pat down in seventh. Oh, poor Pat. So Joker's there leading the way from Skyjacker. Skyjacker back into second place ahead of Jim. Rivixter up into fourth in the Mercedes with Flashman there in fifth, but Bunny is now just trying, but he's got to tuck back in as they go through the first corner here at Autopolis Short for round 6 of the GTMC Season 4. And there's Pat trying to get back on the stallion. Joker's leading quite comfortably now, with Skyjacker zeroing in on the car in front. He's got Jim for company just behind him. A 15-minute sprint in these Group 4 cars. We're sat on board with Skyjacker as he chases Joker's Jaguar down. Joker's this season, his top finish has been third place in round 1. There's a lot of 5s and 6s down there, so Joker's being up here at the sharp end is very good for him. He's sitting 6th in the table at the moment on the same points as Pat, 153. So that'll do wonders for his championship at this halfway point. Well, just past halfway. This is the second start of the second half. You might say, oh, Joker's hanging it out there. Skyjacker getting ever closer. Jim also having a touch of the mud. And Rivixter right on top of that Ferrari there. We see Bunny has got past the Porsche of Flashman, but Flashman hasn't let him get away. He's stuck to the back of that McLaren, hunting him down. And there is Pat trying to get back into the rhythm. And there Joker's, he's just in front of Skyjacker. Skyjacker's going for the inside line. He's going for the inside line. That Jaguar's got a lot of grunt now, and now Joker's has the inside line. Going up the hill, Joker's clinging onto that apex as best he can, trying to know. There you go. Oh, is it? I thought the Toyota was in front of the Jaguar, but not quite yet. As they're heading down to the final corner, Joker's staying defensive, staying on the inside, making Skyjacker do the work, giving him no room on the inside. Skyjacker was having a little look, but there was nothing there. But can the Toyota get a toe off of the Jaguar? As the Jaguar got enough grunt to get down the straight before that Toyota can get any closer. Jim in a great third spot at the moment, pulling away just ever so slightly from Rivixter. And no, Joker straight into turn 1. No issues. Skyjacker, all he can do is shadow the Jaguar and wait for a mistake. Skyjacker loves the replay grid walks. And Skyjacker really applying the pressure to Jokers. Jokers staying cool as a cucumber on the apex, plonking that Jaguar. He knows he's got to make Skyjacker do the work. And it seems like that Jaguar, ooh, Toyota's all up in his business going up the hill though. Maybe the Jaguar a little heavy. Up the hill, it's got the grunt in the straights. But definitely up that hill, it is struggling to stay ahead of the Toyota. The Toyota there, we saw him trying, Skyjacker trying to make a similar move last time. He's closer, going down the straight. But I think that Jaguar's just got enough grunt to stay ahead. All the time these two are squabbling. Jim getting ever closer in third, pulling away from Rivixter now. Rivixter has got to watch his 6 from Bunny. Bunny did a 12.4 last time round. Rivixter doing a 13.1. And there is Flashman, a 13.2 and a 13.3 from Pat. So the pace is pretty much similar. 13.0 from Jokers, 13.1 from Skyjacker. So the pace in this race, well, Jim's the fastest man, isn't he? Who's got purple then? No one's got a purple yet. It's got to be Jokers, surely. Oh, Skyjacker, 12.0 on lap 2, sorry. So Jokers, oh, he's left that door open, and the Toyota's faster up the hill. Is that enough for Skyjacker to get a look? Not quite, not quite. He's still, Jokers doing a brilliant defensive job here. Absolutely amazing job from Jokers. This is great stuff. But you feel it's a matter of time. Skyjacker just waiting for the moment to make the divisive move. I'm all tongue twisted this morning. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sorry guys, I'll snap out of it. In the chat, Skyjacker says the Supra is a lazy girl off the line. Oh yes. And Skyjacker says me. Jim then. He was getting closer to the two guys ahead, but it looks like they've pulled away again. A 12.7 for Jokers last time around. 12.4 for Skyjacker. Jim doing a 13.7. Rivixter a 12.8, nearly a second faster than Jim that last lap around. So Rivixter coming at the Ferrari. Is the Ferrari using its tyres? Doesn't look like it's using its tyres any more than the others. And here comes Skyjacker again. Another try on Jokers. Jokers, he's left the door open quite wide this time. It looks like it's good for the Toyota, but no. Jokers just, I think Skyjacker had to lift out of that one. I think he was worried he was going to lose the front bumper there. But he's very much closer down the start straight. I know I say that every lap, but he looks closer this time. I'm going to watch him into the first corner. It looks like the whole field's on the same straight. That's fantastic stuff after 7.5 minutes of racing. And Skyjacker just toying with Jokers, just sitting there. Ooh, he's going for a lunge. Oh, he's had to back out of it. He's had to back out of it. Skyjacker, you're feeling he's getting a little impatient behind that Jaguar now. He knows he can go faster. But Joker's making it near on impossible to overtake. There is Jim catching him up again. It's yo-yoing back and forth. Rivixter is, you can definitely see that Bunny is pulling in Rivixter now. 13.0 for Bunny last time around. Rivixter doing a 13.6, and Bunny now he's virtually on top of the Mercedes. Flashman is in 6th with Pat in 7th, and here we see we've got two battles out there now, 4th and 5th, 1st and 2nd. Bunny making short work of that Mercedes, is he not? He's not even opting for the toe. He's sitting out of the toe, trying to get himself wedged up there. Now he's sitting in the toe. They've both got their rookie season. It must be their first season here. And there, Bunny going around to grab a 4th place the long way round. That's how you do it, Skyjacker. And there they go, side by side for Skyjacker and Jokers. My words, we should start to see the beginning of that, although I think that's it. Skyjacker's got it. Let's just knock back, because that looks like it started in turn 1. Sat on the front bumper of Skyjacker as we go into turn 1. You can see, ooh, the Jaguar a little bit climbing the curbs there. Looked a little bit sideways, gave the Toyota the opportunity to get alongside. This is the bit we saw. And Skyjacker, a lovely move there. Lovely move to take the lead of this race. 9 minutes in. Oh, and now Joker's getting a little bit untidy. He's drove perfectly all race. Don't let it get on top of you now, Jokers. Keep it calm, keep it chilled. Don't let it affect you. Jim's just there waiting for an opportunity. Oh no, no, Jokers, come, keep calm, keep chilled, keep it on the track, man. He's pushing now, Jokers, you can see. He's ruffled, and Jim is just waiting to strike. Bunny, meanwhile, he's not too far away if these two get into a tangle. And Joker's being slightly erratic near the end of that lap, and maybe his tyres do look a little red out the top there. It's no different from Skyjacker's though, but Skyjacker pulling away from the pair of them. And Jim is getting ever closer to the Jaguar. Not quite close enough. 5 more minutes left of a race in here at Autopolis International Racing Course shortcut course for the GTMC Season 4 Round 6. Racing for the Virtual Racers Club. Rivixter Flashman's caught up. Rivixter now on board with Flashman. As you can see, the Mercedes in front. I think I've heard from Lobby 1, Home 6, saying that the Group 4 Mercedes does wear its tyres out pretty darned quick. So I think what you can see ahead of us there is a struggling Rivixter on maybe some worn tyres if we have a quick look. Yes, you can see they're a lot more worn than the Porsche. So the Porsche pulling in. Rivixter right now. Joker still ahead of Jim. Jump on Jim's bumper cam. Bunny in 4th with Rivixter 5th. Flashman in 6th. Pat 7th. Skyjacker leading the race after a good 9 minutes. All out battling. Trying to find a way past the Jaguar that you are looking at in front. We're sat on board the Ferrari of Jim. This is going to do wonders for Jim's championship if we can maintain this spot. He had an absolute awful race the last race out. A 5th and a 7th. What was it? Laguna Seca, I think. But that Ferrari just doesn't look like it's got the grunt though to quite get up alongside that Jaguar, and now it looks like the Jaguar is starting to attack the Toyota again. Toyota's right front rear looking a little bit more done than the Jaguar, and we know the Jaguar's fast down the straight, and look how much he catches up Skyjacker in the tow. Here's Joker's gonna try and grab the lead back. Skyjacker, we know he can drive very defensive. We've seen him before, but oh my lord, there we go. It looks like Joker's just driving up the inside of him, and Skyjacker's got no answers. He's got no answers for him in the Toyota. That Supra has used its tyres up, and now Skyjacker's got to worry about Jim from behind. Crazy stuff in there. Skyjacker's looking like he's trying to come back at the Jaguar. This is crazy. That was totally unexpected. I thought that was done. I thought Skyjacker was just going to run and hide, but no. Skyjacker having a bit of a ropey lap at 13.6. Last time around, a 13.1 from Jokus, and it was enough to get right on top of that Toyota. And now Jokus is back in the lead with 13 minutes into this race. Only 2 more minutes to go. Come on, Jokus, you can do this. But Skyjacker is hot on the heels of that Jaguar as they go down the start straight. So he can get a good tow, but we know the Jaguar can go quite quick. Jokus in the chat saying good morning. Skyjacker saying, well, hello, Jokus. Well, look at the 2 people in the chat, are the 2 people who've put on such a cracking race for us this evening, or morning, sorry. We get so used to it. Oh, there's Jokers out wide again. We saw that last time that he got onto them curbs. That gave Skyjacker the opportunity last time to come through. And they're side by side again. Skyjacker's got the inside line, so he takes the lead. But Jokers has now got the inside line. Jokers is now back in the lead. Skyjacker, oh, I thought he'd hung it out there. And now Jim, the Ferrari, the fly in the ointment here for these two. Jokers, he's going to come through and take the win. Jim is. You watch. So Joker's back in the lead with Skyjacker. What a battle with Jim just there in third place. Quick look to see how Rivixter and Flashman are getting on. They're very close, and Pat's starting to catch them up now. We've only got 30 seconds left of this race to go. Oh, was that a move? Oh no, not quite. Is that a move? Joker's still leading, but Skyjacker, looked like Jokers went really wide there. They're nearly side by side going down the start straight. Jim's dropped back from him a little bit, and Joker's still leading. With 15 seconds to go, he's got to go and do another lap. And there's Skyjacker. Third is Jim, and the timer still hasn't run out. They might all make it. Flashman's just got ahead of Rivixter, and the timer hasn't run out. They've got another lap to do, and Pat has got across as well. So everyone's got across. This is the last lap for all of them. Oh, sorry, Flashman and Rivixter having a massive ding-dong. I know they're having a bit of a battle up the front as well. Rivixter back in to hit that 5th place. Skyjacker then's got the lead. Jokers is trying to defend from the Ferrari on the final lap. Jokers has got it all to do. His tyres are really worn. Jim's looking a lot fresher. Skyjacker's very worn. But I think the Toyota's dealing with it better than the Jaguar. Those worn tyres, but now, oh, it's so tight this race. Anything could happen with tyres that worn. You could just snatch a brake, you can just touch a curb, you can do anything. But at the moment we're into the final corner. Skyjacker leading. He won last week's sprint race. He's the sprint race specialist at the moment. Shadow Rider not being here, he's going to be worrying about his championship lead. There he goes, Skyjacker, Jokers and Jim. Take me, my son. All the top three, fantastic stuff. Bunny across the line for 4th. There is Rivixter. Oh my God, what is this? Oh no. It could be Rivixter, Pat and Flashman. I want to go back, because my words. So Rivixter ahead of Flashman, with Pat in 7th, coming into the final corner. They're all going crazy. Flashman's trying to go around the outside. Pat's there on the inside. Rivixter's just trying to deal with it. He's trying to deal with all this pressure. And here they come down the start straight. Oh, that was further than last time. Oh, I'm just going to have to do a flick on. Sorry, guys. Just to make sure who finishes who, where. Sorry. So, yeah, what an amazing race they had down there. Look at that. Pat coming just getting in between Flashman when Flashman thought that 5th place was in touching distance. Why, word. So Rivixter's crossed the line. Oh, no, it's gone. Oh, I can't write down the results. I'll have to go do them next time. So well done, Skyjacker. And Jokers, fantastic 2nd place. And Jim for a brilliant 3rd. Podium. Brilliant. Okay, so I'll remember them. I can write them in. That's not a problem. Hang on. Skyjacker 1. Jokers 2. Rivixter was 5th, wasn't he? Jim was 3rd. Bunny was 4th. So Rivixter 5th. That was Rivixter's top finish, 5th place. Great stuff, Rivixter. Here we are for the feature race. There was a magic number swirling around, and it's number 6. So that means Pat starts on pole. Rivixter 5th. Pat finished in 7th. Pat. Where are you, Pat? Oh, do that. Sorry, I know this is oh, Pat's at the top. So he finished in 6th, and Flashman 7th. There you go. And I think it looks like an extra person. Cymex wasn't there in the first race in his Dodge. Must have been in the garage, still tinkering around with it, the mechanics. couldn't get it ready for race 1, but the Group 3 car was ready for race 2. And there goes Pat on the reverse grid, leading them away. Rivixter in 2nd, Bunny there in 3rd, Jim 4th, Jokus 5th, Skyjacker 6th, Flashman 7th, and Cymex in 8th. Pat then in the Ford Mustang, what can he do? He's got the Mercedes already onto him. Oh dear, it looks like Skyjacker had a wobble on already, barely into the race. Skyjacker looking like, yo, and Pat looks like he's had a bit of an off. Rivixter's taken the lead. Oh, we should go and watch it from wherever it began, just in case. So there you see Pat breaking into the corner too deep. He's lost the Mustang. It's gone out wide. He's come back on, and Rivixter's just swooped on by. Pat's trying to maintain that 2nd spot with the car's sideways. He's doing a bit of drift, whilst Bunny slips up the inside of him, and there it goes again. That tail happy Mustang around here, and now Jim's queuing up to have a go at the Ford Mustang. The Ford Mustang's back end just won't sit down, and he's all over the place. Pat is at the moment. Skyjacker will be looking for a way past also. He's looking up the inside, and he's done it. Oh, just about. And Joker's also. Joker's thinking, if you give him places away, I'll have one as well. So Joker's up into 5th, virtually. That was an awful lap for Pat from 1st to 6th. Just from one small off, and he just didn't get the Mustang back under control. It's not done deal with Jokers yet. Oh my lord, I think he went to turn in and didn't realise Jokers was still there. Jokers has managed to carry on though. Who else is off? Jim's had an off as well. I don't know if that was just down to himself. Oh, he just went out a bit wide, went over one of those invisible cones, and then the back end of the Ferrari. So at the same time as Pat and Jokers having a coming together, Jim also having a bit of an off. So Rivixter leading from Bunny. Sorry Rivixter, you're not often you lead, and I haven't looked at you once whilst you've been leading this race, have you? You're doing a cracking job there, Bunny. Whoa, Bunny's back end. Absolutely, I think from yesterday's from lobby 1s we saw there's a bit of oil in that corner. We saw a few back ends stepping out there. Skyjacker has quietly got himself up into 3rd ahead of Jokers. Cymex there in 5th place. Flashman there in 6th. Jim's dropped down to 7th, and Pat's really dropped down. He must have really dropped off the track. Right then, 2 minutes into the race of this 40-minute race, we should start. Oh no, what's happened? Bunny's ahead of Rivixter, sorry. After we saw Bunny really getting the back end. Oh, Rivixter just ran out a bit of road there. He just ran out of road, and Bunny managed to just slip one up him. Boom, there you go. Bunny, didn't he win last week? Yes, Bunny won the feature race last week, so one to watch out for here. Oh, sorry, I missed Skyjacker saying hello Jokers, and he said tyres defo were dead already in that Supra. He meant from the sprint race. I should look round, because I'm not used to anyone being around at this time of day, so I don't expect chat. I expect radio silence. So Bunny there leading from Rivixter. Skyjacker getting very close. Like, let's have a look then. Racing softs for Bunny. He started the race of racing super softs for Rivixter. Skyjacker is on the racing softs. Jokers is on the super softs. Cymex is on the softs. Flashman is on the super softs. Jim is on the softs, and Pat is on the soft. So we know whose tyres are what, and Bunny's just running away with it now. Rivixter feeling the pressure from Skyjacker. Sat on board with Skyjacker at the moment. And we're right upon the Mercedes. I think we're all right behind. We've got a Jaguar, but it's a little bit away. So whilst we're sat on board with Skyjacker, 3.5 minutes into this race, just starting. Lap 4, I believe, yes. Everything's cool. It's a long way to go in this race yet. Skyjacker sitting there, he's on the softs, probably doesn't know what tyres Rivixter's on. He's just above the quarter of a tank fuel gauge. And if you're going to look, like we've been seeing It's very fashionable in lobby 1. We've seen a 1-stop, 2-stop sort of divide happening, and they're very close. They're very close. Both work. It's just the problem with the 1-stop is your tyres are pretty much done by the end of the race, and you've got the 2-stop guys coming through fast. So if you're going to do a 1-stop, you've got to get some distance from the 2-stoppers so you can run a steady pace near the end of the race. Rivixter's lost the car. Rivixter's dropped off the track altogether. Oh, poor Rivixter. Oh, that looked hardly anything when we were sat in Skyjacker's car. So Bunny leading from Skyjacker. Joker's getting closer at 107.8 last time round for Joker's. Skyjacker doing a 107.8 also. Exact lap times. Fantastic. A 107.1 from Cymex though. Cymex, a man on the move there in 4th. We've seen him do some racing this season. Flashman in 5th, a 108.6 from him the last time around on his Super Softs. Jim in 6th, a 107.7, so he's faster than Flashman ahead of him. He had a big off though, he's got some ground to make up. Rivixter, after his issue, has rejoined in 7th ahead of Pat's Mustang. Oh no, looks like Bunny's in trouble. Bunny's in trouble, and there goes Skyjacker, just blasts past with Jokers. Oh my lord, Bunny. Coming around as we're going up the hill. It's a tricky corner, this one. You just want to keep going faster, but it's a little tight at the end there, and that is where we see Bunny drop it. We've seen a couple of people fall foul there, and Skyjacker taking the lead. Is it a double win for Skyjacker? Do we see? Is it this league's first double win? Oh no, Shadow Rider's had a double win at round 4. But Skyjacker looking good at the moment. Cymex is where's Jokers ended up? Jokers was behind Skyjacker. Oh, Jokers coming around the last corner. Jokers, he just got on. Oh, that curb just tipped him round, you saw. Oh, and then as he was trying to control it, it just swung out. Poor Jokers. He's trying to get the back end of that car settled, and there he goes on his way in 5th ahead of Jim, Rivixter, and then Pat. It's a long way to go though, only 6 minutes into this, a 40-minute race, and anything can happen. So Skyjacker, Cymex now moving up into 2nd place. Great stuff for the Dodge there. Bunny in 3rd after his small off. Flashman there 4th. Great stuff from the Porsche driver. With no oh, I want to go on his chase cam because I love the back of his car. He's got Flash on the back. Look at that. Flash. Oh, he saved every one of us. Go back to that. Sorry. So awesome stuff there for the Rothmans Porsche. Jokers in 5th after his small off, and it was hardly anything, was it? He really didn't barely touch that curb. He's not going to touch it at all this time around. Look, giving him a wide berth. That Porsche, a little stiff, that suspension. Jim in 6th. Enjoying the Group 4 Ferrari more than he is the Group 6. A 108.7 last time for him. Joker's doing a 108.7 or a 108.1. So he's faster than Joker's ahead of him. It's not a massive distance, like I said, it's a long race, a long race, so anything can happen. A 108.4 for Rivixter. I thought he'd thrown it off again, and there's Pat. Pat's not too far behind Rivixter with a 107.9 last time around. He's found some pace in that car. He's been doing 109s before that, and then suddenly breaking into the 107s just. So Pat getting on top of the Mustang. Skyjacker still leading, but not by a major lot. Skyjacker might be just going into a bit of fuel saving. Well, 107s, he's staying consistent. We see on lap 2 he could do a 106.8, 107.8. I think I'm calling fuel saving on that car right now. Cymex, he's staying mid 107s as well. They've both got similar fuel loads. Bunny, he's also mid 107s apart from lap 5. And he's got a little bit more fuel than the guys ahead of him. So we're interesting stuff here. If they've got half a tank come 10 minutes into the race, that should equate to being able to go halfway on a tank of fuel. Jokers, thought there was some movement there. What's happened? Flashman dropped down? Flashman's dropped down, hasn't he? He was in 4th. Oh, there we see it. Flashman, a nice steady 4th place there ahead of Jokers. And he's just asked for a bit too much curb there from the Porsche. And that puts Jokers up into 4th. Jim also on his way around. Can the Porsche get going again? Not quite. Here comes Jim up into 5th place. And Flashman is down to 6th. Oh, it looks like Rivixter at the same time having some issues. They're falling. Oh, it's the same place. Oh, dearie me. So the Mercedes also struggling with that same corner. And Pat, we said he was finding some pace, has moved up into 7th spot. So Skyjacker, oh, they're all starting to close up in the front here. Skyjacker in the chat saying brilliant race, guys. I think he was talking about the sprint race. Skyjacker leading, a 108.0 from him. Cymek a 107.8. Bunny a 107.5. Bunny and Cymek should be getting a bit of an advantage. Oh, Bunny's off that same corner. And it's really catching these guys out, that first turn. Jokers making it around in 4th. Jim now up into 5th place. Ooh, I'd stay off that curb. Flashman, he's learned, he's nowhere near it. Pat just ahead of Rivixter there, going through the corner of Jeopardy. And there, that's the position. So Skyjacker, it looks like he's pulled a little bit away from Cymek this lap. Cymex closing in, honing in on these guys. Sat on board with Bunny. We're 10 minutes into the race now. Bunny's on half a tank of fuel, so he can make this car go halfway. Those tyres don't look too worn at the moment. But like I said, Cymex and Bunny have got a bit of an advantage over Skyjacker, where they can sit in the tow and fuel save. Whereas Skyjacker is the man who's punching a hole in the air for them. But yeah, we're over 10 minutes. They've all got half a tank. Jokers has gone in. Jokers half a tank of fuel, maybe. He feels those super softs not faring too well for him. Rivixter also following him in. 2 super soft cars, so maybe the super softs have started losing something. Skyjacker, I think he's in for the long run here. Cymex and Bunny also. All 3 together on track. Oh, did Skyjacker kick up some dirt there? No, everything's still as is. Flashman up into 4th again with the pit stops. Oh no. Jim must have had a small... Jim had a 114 the last lap. So it looks like Jim has had another off. With Flashman moving back up into 4th. And Pat and Jokers. Oh no, Pat. He hasn't pitted. He's just continued on. He's moved ahead of Jokers and Rivixter from their pit stops. Rivixter's filled right up and put the racing softs on. Jokers has gone for super softs and he's filled right up. Cymex, oh my god, Cymex is fighting for the lead. Sorry. So he's got in the tow of Skyjacker. We've been seeing that in the distance. He's been slowly edging closer and closer towards Skyjacker. And there we go. Not quite. I thought he was going to make a move down the first corner, but he's going to go for the second corner. There he goes. Just gets a better drive in the Dodge. Up the inside of Skyjacker. Skyjacker didn't fight too much. I wonder if Skyjacker wants to sit in his tow for a little bit. Cymex just under half a tank of fuel now. Skyjacker, he's just under that half-port waypoint. 12 minutes into the race. Saw the Dodge step out a little bit there, but he's maintained a position ahead of the Toyota, and Bunny is honing in on these two ahead. Flashman still in that 4th place, very close from Jim though. Jim, a 108.6 last time from him. Flashman a 108.7, so nothing in it between these two, the Porsche and the Ferrari. Pat in the Mustang a 108.3. He's doing really well with fuel. Nearly 13 minutes into the race, he's only just hit the halfway tank, and there is Skyjacker. Skyjacker's gone in. Cymex staying out there. Bunny also staying out. Skyjacker pitting. So Flashman moving up into 3rd place. He's also doing really well with fuel at the moment. Jim in 4th. None of these guys pitting yet. Skyjacker returning back to the track, just in front of Pat. Pat is going to make the move on him. He's got the momentum, but no. Skyjacker's into the corner before Pat. Skyjacker on the super soft tyres. 3/4 of a tank of fuel. So he's going to be pushing hard balls now for the rest of this race. Pat in a 6th. Jokus pitting a few laps earlier. He's come out, he's done his fastest, a 107.314. Rivixter, he's come out, he's done a 108.6, but he's on the soft tyres where Jokus has elected to go for another set of super softs. And Cymex there, just maintaining that lead from Bunny, a 107.9 from Cymex last time around. Bunny managing a 108.00, and we know these guys can go faster. The tyres don't look too mullered on both of these cars, so one can only assume that they're trying to take these cars late into the race. Flashman there, he's doing well with fuel as well. He's on those super softs though. Jim getting caught out by that curb, the trauma corner. To Jim in 4th, ahead of Skyjacker. He did a 107.942, did Jim, last time around, whereas Skyjacker, we haven't seen his true pace yet on these super softs, but you know he will be doing some qualifying laps, because I think he's probably sussed now that Cymex and Bunny are going for the long haul. They're going all the way. Skyjacker's going to have to do another pit stop, and he's some 3 places back from him. Pat also going deep into this race. Skyjacker in the chat, anything can happen, and it usually does. Ooh, that's ominous, isn't it? So we can see something's going to be kicking off soon here. Jim's into the pits. Jim to get rid of his racing softs. Pat staying out there again. Another lap. He's doing brilliant with fuel, is Pat. He's going very late into this race. Pat could be one to watch. He's keeping a steady 109s, 108s. Cymex then leading the way, a 108.2 last time from him. Bunny now closing that gap. He also did a 108.2. But he definitely looks visually closer to the Dodge Viper. Those Dodgers are usually really bad on their tyres, so Cymex is doing an absolute great job out there on those racing softs. He's got just under 1/4 of a tank of fuel, and we're 16 minutes into this 40-minute race. Bunny dead on 1/4 of a tank of fuel. Their tyre wear looks pretty similar. Skyjacker then, oh, he's up into 3rd. Has everyone pitted? No. Oh dear. So hang on, he's got past Pat and Flashman. Oh no, he didn't get ahead of Pat, did he? Because he had come out of the pits in ahead of Pat. Sorry, I've knocked that back about 40-50 seconds. Probably didn't have to go that far there. Oh, it looks like Flashman was recovering from something there. Oh shoot. I'm going to miss the overtake because I pressed the wrong button. And there is how Skyjacker got back up into 3rd spot. Oh, it was Jim pitted. That was who else was in front of Skyjacker. I thought it wasn't one position. But Skyjacker up into third spot on this two-stop strategy. Flashman staying out there, it seems, for and halfway. Pat there also going for a one-stop, it seems, at this point in the race. Jokus, he's already pitted. He's some way behind Pat. He's waiting for those guys to pit. Jim, he's just pitted. He's got out there, he's on the super softs, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. There's Rivixter, a 108.2 from the Mercedes last time around. Cymex and Bunny, there's nothing in it between these two. A 108 point, I think I've seen these lap times actually. Oh no, it was 108.3 from Cymex. Bunny, a 108.2. When you look at Skyjacker, he's doing a 107.6, a 106.9 before that. So Skyjacker absolutely putting pedal to metal, whilst these two on old tyres trying to keep consistent pace for their, well, it's got to be a one-stop. 17 minutes into this race, they only have to get to the 20-minute mark, and it looks like they're easily managing that at this point. But Skyjacker's closing that gap. Skyjacker's pit stop looked like it was an extra hang on a minute, let me try and do math on air. About 27 seconds he lost in the pits. These guys will have to put in more fuel than Skyjacker. I'm not sure he's 27 seconds behind him, guys. Flashman in fourth, still not pitted yet, nor has Pat. These guys that have early pitted, they'll be starting to get nervous. Jokus though, you can see the back end of Pat. Must be aware that Pat hasn't pitted yet, so that must be feeling good. A 107.6 from Jokus last time around. Jim did a 107.3, his fastest. So Jim starting to hanker down, and Rivixter's just crossing the line with a, oh no, he's just as with a 108.813. Oh, it's nothing between these two. Sitting on board with Bunny. The tyres are pretty old now on that McLaren, as they are on the Dodge ahead. These two just trying to get you. You can see Bunny is struggling to slow that McLaren down, as Cymex is heavy on those brakes. His fuel has started flashing. Is it enough to get halfway? There is Skyjacker, he's chasing him down. Cymex is going to have to, can he get another lap out of it? Ideally he'd want another lap. He doesn't want to do as long a stint, but he's looked after those racing softs, so his super softs might be fine. But super softs for 20 minutes around here at Autopolis, with all these corners, changing of directions, it's not, there you go, he hasn't gone in this lap, so he is going to get to the halfway mark, as is Bunny. Bunny's fuel is flashing now. Skyjacker's just coming up to the final corner. Pat's got ahead of Flashman. Flashman's tyres, or maybe he's just gone into super fuel save, because he's still got quite a bit of fuel in that car, but Pat also a lot of fuel. So these two, one stop in, having a little battle themselves. Pat continuing on, and so is Flashman. Interesting stuff. They're trying to go late into the race. There's Jokus, he's not too far behind those guys. And Jim's really getting a good pace now going on, a 107.0 for Jim. He's really finding the pace of that Ferrari on those super softs. And Rivixter, he's just posted his fastest lap time with a 107.656. We're at the halfway mark in this race. Cymex doing all he can. He's got to come into the pits this time round. There they go. Him and Bunny both follow each other in. That means Skyjacker, has he done enough? Has he gone fast enough? He's done a couple of 108s, early 108s though. Is that enough to get ahead of those two? He's just coming around the final corner. Bunny is only just getting his wheels on, and they're just about to fuel up, so Skyjacker should easily take the lead of this race on his two-stop strategy. They're still not moving. Flashman's just a little too far back, I think. Although, I don't know, they're still not moving. Flashman going around again. Oh, Bunny's moving. Bunny's back onto the track. There we see Cymex as well behind. But Cymex has come out behind the Porsche of Flashman. Pat's dropped behind the Flashman. He hasn't pitted either. He's carried on, and Jokus now has caught up Pat on his two-stop strategy, and Pat's still not pitted. Wow, Pat's going really late, as is Flashman, into this race. Flashman's fuel is flashing now. Cymex will be wanting that Porsche out the way. He's in the battle for a win here. Him, Bunny and Skyjacker hard at it. Flashman, ooh, Cymex has put medium tyres on. That's interesting to see what sort of lap times he's going to manage. I did think super softs in that Dodge Viper was going to be a tough call, but no grip on those mediums, probably more than Flashman's sodden old super softs though. And Flashman, there he goes, he comes into the pits this time. Jokus moving up into fourth. Pat also into the pits, so Jim will be moving back into fifth place, and his super softs look fresh as a daisy. Skyjacker coming through that final chicane. Will he get ahead of... oh no, he's coming in as well. Interesting. Strange. So Rivixter pitting. Get rid of those super softs, I guess. He was on the softs, wasn't he? Was Rivixter, so... yeah, I'm not sure with Rivixter's pit stop. Skyjacker leading from Bunny. Bunny's got to do it all again. He's only put... hasn't... well, yeah, no, we're 23 minutes into the race. I don't suppose he needs a full tank. Cymex there. He went full tank. Medium tyres. He's not messing around. Maybe this will be interesting. Because in Lobby 1 we saw the one-stoppers. Their tyres were just dead by the end of the race. And the two-stoppers come flooding by. Skyjacker, he posted a 108.4 his last time around. Bunny a 107.5. And Skyjacker has got a big ask to do. He's really got to push it. He's coming across someone on the track. We're guessing that's Rivixter. But should be far enough away not to give Skyjacker any issues. So yeah, I wonder if Cymex is doing a one-stop, if that's not quite astute really, putting the medium tyres on, because he'll still have grip at the end of the race, where Bunny is gonna be struggling, let's face it. Oh, Darren Salmon in the chat saying good morning, happy Easter Darren. Do we have eggs today or is it Sunday? Sunday, I guess. That's when he came back, didn't he? That's when he had his sequel. So Bunny there, he's got to make them racing softs last a hell of a long time now. Skyjacker, this is where you want the time gaps on positions, ladders on left. I know, it'd be nice. I know if you could pull out a pit stop on them, you need about 27 seconds. 27 seconds just to stay ahead. I mean, it's unlikely you're going to get ahead. I don't think none of the two stoppers from yesterday managed to stay ahead or pull out enough time to stay ahead of the one stopper. I keep saying yesterday, I did it day before yesterday. I didn't want to do this yesterday because I didn't want any kind of whiff of April foolery. I didn't want people to think I was going to come on and keep waiting for the joke or something and say, oh, this wasn't really a race, we staged it. So I avoided yesterday for any broadcasts. I let the fools play yesterday. This isn't fool's business here. Skyjacker leading the way. A 108.3 last time from him. Bunny, a 107.8. He's not acting like a man who's saving fuel. I think he might dip back into the pits. Cymex there, a 108.9 on those mediums. He's really hurting for time. Jokus back into the pits. Yeah, his super softs are pretty mullered. This will be his last stop of the day. Pat there, he was doing the one stop, as was Flashman. Somehow Pat's got ahead of Flashman. We've lost track of that. Only just though. I think Pat put in a lot less fuel in that Focus than Flashman did in his VW. And there is Jokus rejoining the track just behind Pat. The tyres are fresh. Well, Pat's not long pitted himself on super soft, so this is a battle here between the Mustang and the Jaguar. They're built by the same, they're probably built in the same factory, them two cars. Skyjacker's come in for his second stop. Skyjacker near the 27-minute mark. Bunny continuing on. Where's Cymex? Cymex coming up the straight there, 108.5 in those medium tyres, so they're about a second slower, nearly 2 seconds slower. But there we can see Bunny now slipping into the 108.352s. What, putting the mediums on? Yeah, no, I thought that. When he first put the medium tyres on, the Skyjacker said it was a clever move by Cymex, putting medium tyres on, I'm guessing. And but yeah, I thought it took me aback, because you don't usually see the mediums. But I do remember from the Lobby 1, their tyres were mullered by the end of the race. It's like Pat's move was quite good. I'm interested. Oh, Skyjacker's back out of the pits behind Jim, but we know Jim's going to have to pit again before the end of the race. That fuel ain't getting him all the way. Cymex there on those medium tyres. He's dropped back from Bunny. Bunny's bolting while he can, but how much fuel? Yeah, I suppose Bunny could just about make that fuel last. I'm not sure though. He's done a 109 that last time round, so maybe now Skyjacker's pitted. He's turned the engine right down. He's not thinking Cymex is an issue maybe. But Bunny doing a 109 his last time around, so we think he's turned his engine right down to fuel save now. While Cymex pushing on those medium tyres. Jim in third, Skyjacker in fourth, Pat in fifth. Flashman, oh, Joker's dropped behind Flashman. He came out the pits ahead of Flashman, I think. Oh, his outlap was a 111. That wasn't great for his outlap. He's on the racing soft tyres, but he's all up in the Porsche's business. The Porsche on a 1-stop, Joker's on a 2-stop. How's Rivixter doing? Oh, Rivixter off the road. Oh, he's getting blue flags. I think he's just moved out of the way for the leaders. And you can see now Joker's really starting to apply the pressure to a Flashman in the Porsche. Oh, he's going for that inside line. It's not quite there in the back end, stepping out of the Jaguar. And Jim's into the pits. Jim is coming into the pits there. His final stop of the day. Skyjacker moving up into a podium position. But he's got it all to do. He's got to catch Cymex up. Oh, it's such a distance. But Cymex did a 107.9 last time round on those medium tyres. Where's that pace come from? Bunny there, a 108.8. We think Bunny's gone into major fuel save at this point in the race. We're just coming up to the 30-minute mark, only 10 more minutes to go, and this is where the race starts to get very, very interesting. Bunny, it would seem, on a 1-stop. He's been fuel saving for the last 3-4 laps. Cymex on the medium tyres on a 1-stop. He was doing 108s, mid 108s, but he's cracked it into the 107s that last lap. Skyjacker, he's getting purples. He needs fastest laps. He needs to catch them two boys up in front of him. They're not going anywhere. They're not going into the pits. So Skyjacker, if he wants to win, and he has led for a majority of this race, so it is his win, has got a lot to do in the next 10 minutes. Jim there in fourth. Great race from Jim. He's got himself out of the pits ahead of Pat, the one stopper. Pat doing a 108.7 his last time around. Flashman's there in a 6th. Pat and Jim, no, they're nowhere near each other. I don't know why they just swapped over. Jokers, we saw, having a small off, but he's not letting the Porsche get away. It's still in sight. And in 8th, we've got Rivixter. So Bunny, is it his day today? Bunny. He's had 1 win so far this season. Last round out the feature. So, could today be Bunny's day? Has he done enough? He's turned the engine down. He's doing 109s. He's trying to look after those tyres all the time. Simek getting closer. 108.5 last time around from Simek. And then in the distance, just coming onto the straight, there is the man. Skyjacker, a 107.4. This is intense stuff. We've got 8 more minutes of racing. Jim out there at 1. Oh, that was his outlap. Sorry, I was just about to gush over a 106.3 there. But it's an outlap. We can see what his true pace is at 107.4. Great stuff from there. Ferrari driver there, Pat, managing in a 108.2. Jokers is ahead of Flashman. Oh no, Flashman. Flashman's had a tough one on lap 27. And Jokers in the Jaguar up into 6th place with Flashman in 7th and Rivixter there in 8th. So what can Skyjacker do? We're getting into the mind of Skyjacker now as he's heading around. He's got to put some absolutely humdinger lap times in. He's got every lap's a qualifier for the Jacker of Skies. He can't even see the leaders yet. This must be morale crushing. He's been leading this race all the way. He must be in his head thinking the one stops cannot be better. When are their tyres going to go off? 7 more minutes left of racing. Whoa, he's brave on that curb. Very brave on that curb indeed. And oh my lord, I think Simex and Bunny are trying to share the same bit of real estate. No, not quite. There's Bunny. Simex is not far behind. A 107.8 from Simex last time around. Barely any red on those racing mediums. Bunny now, he's got the tips of his softs well and truly red. He's definitely broken in those tyres. A 108.4 last time around for Bunny. I think fuel isn't an issue at this point. I think we've all got enough fuel to make the end of the race. A 108.2, but he doesn't want to burn his tyres up. I think he's not pushing intentionally because he doesn't want to burn those tyres out. We've got a yellow flag, but that might be Rivixter off the track. I think he does like to... Oh no, someone down there, sideways. Oh no, Flashman. Looks like Flashman's had another issue. Flashman getting further away from Jokers. So Bunny then, a 108.2 last time around. Simex, a 107.8. Skyjacker, there's another yellow flag. Is that Flashman again? Oh, Flashman's got a bit of dirt on his tyres, struggling to get the car going. He's just let Skyjacker through. Wow, got 5.5 minutes left of racing here. Skyjacker is still miles away. He wants their tyres to go off quicker. Oh my lords, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I honestly thought the 2-stop was a better strategy at the end of the day. I know you use a bit more time up in the pits, but the fuel is tight to get it to go. But Bunny, he's doing absolutely wonders out there. 108.3. And Skyjacker's only just getting on to the start straight. With 5 minutes left to do, Bunny's looking after those tyres, but Simex is ever getting closer. A 107.9 from Simex last time around in that Dodge. He's doing wonders on those medium tyres. It's getting very close up here. This is what Skyjacker needs. He needs these two to start racing each other. Because we're less than 5 minutes left in the race, and he's just a little bit too far back to be able to affect anything. Whoa, there's Bunny. Hanging it on that curb. Simex willing that car to fall off the road, I imagine. He's got the faster car at the moment. Skyjacker, a 107.9 last time around for him. Has he taken the best out of those tyres already? Is there still more in that car? He's on doing the same pace as Simex on the medium tyres. And there is Bunny, a 108.1 last time from him, a 108.2 from Simex. Skyjacker, is he getting closer? Oh, these two ready to make a move? Not yet. The brake disc glowing on that Dodge Viper as he's pushing it to its limits. Skyjacker, a 108.6. He lost a bit of time in that lap. There is Jim. Jim's getting closer to Skyjacker, I think. Oh, no, he's not. He's miles away. Sorry, I thought he was that other blue one. That must be Rivixter. But Jim in a fine 4th place. He's got the fastest lap of the race, a 106.4. So that Ferrari had real potential in this race. Pat in 5th, ahead of Jokus. Not too far though. 108.217 last time around for Pat. Joker's doing a 108.0, only 2/10 faster. And we've got 3 minutes left of racing. Flashman in 7th. Rivixter, oh, hanging it out. And Bunny, it looks like Bunny's going to do enough today. His tyres are looking absolutely worn. He's just done a 107.7, so Bunny's having to pick up the pace. He knows Simex is on his way. A 108.1 from Simex that last time around. And yes, Bunny, he's having to pick up the pace because he knows Simex is on his way. Skyjacker, a 107.8 for Skyjacker then. But he needs these two to slow each other down. We've got 2.5 minutes left of racing. It's a good couple of laps to go. 2 or 3 laps still left of this race to go. And Bunny doing what he can, but those front tyres, they're starting to go. You can see that McLaren looking a little twitchy in the corners. Simex keeping his cool. He's open. His medium tyres clinging on there until he can catch that McLaren up. Skyjacker, he's pumping in those sector times, trying to catch these two up for the lead. Jim in 4th, Pat 5th, Joker's 6th, Flashman 7th. A 108.0 for Bunny last time around. Simex a 107.9, so the lap times are marginal between the two of them. Skyjacker a 108.2. He's bouncing between the 107s and the 108s. His fuel's flashing. I hope that's... No, it's not. It must have just been while he was going down the straight, unless he's just leaned his engine out. No, it's flashing again. So Bunny in an absolutely brilliant place at the moment. We've just maybe this lap and the next lap to go. And Simex, he's trying to edge closer to the McLaren, but I just don't think he's got it in him. Skyjacker there on a podium position, but oh yeah, we've got a minute left of racing. He's going to have to do another lap after this one though. Jim in 4th, Joker's there in 5th. Oh, Joker's got himself ahead of the Mustang in the end. Oh yeah, that last lap for Pat, a 115.1. Looked tough to take, whilst Joker's has been super consistent today. Head down in that Jaguar, and he's cracked on. Lovely stuff. Flashman in 7th, Rivixter in 8th. Bunny then still leading this race. His heart must be in its mouth. Every corner he must feel that. Every little slide, every little twitch in that McLaren, it must feel magnitude by 10. He must think this car's going to fall off the track at any minute. Simex edging closer and closer together. We've got 3 seconds left on the clock, and that's it. The clock is done. And this is the final lap. Pat has crossed the line for 6th. Flashman will be next up in 7th, but I can't cut away from this lead at the moment. Skyjacker there in 3rd. He's not going to catch these guys up. This is where the battle is. Can Bunny hold on to it? It looks like it's all his. As he comes around, Rivixter's crossed the line, and there you go. Bunny takes the win from Simex. Great racing, guys. Skyjacker coming around to complete the podium. for third. They're all finishing. Flashman's not finished in between Rivixter and... So Skyjacker then crossing the line for third. Take a boo, my son. Congratulations. Oh, that fuel was marginal, though. There's Jim, a great fourth and fastest lap. Jokers coming around. Why has Flashman not crossed the line? I don't know when to pause it. Oh, there's Flashman. He's just crossing the line, so we'll pause that, as Jokers is the only one that hasn't crossed the line. Great consistent drive from Jokers today for that 5th place. Matching... Oh no, he got second in that first race. That was his top finish. Alright, let me quickly get these jotted down and let you all get on with your bank holiday weekend. I shouldn't really say things like that in the replays, because people watch them at their leisure at any time. They could be watching this just before Christmas. So there is your winner, and I couldn't call it. I really couldn't call it. Oh God. I can't get a good shot of Bunny's car, I'm afraid. Well, that's about as good as it's going to get. So Bunny, is that his 2nd win of the season? I think it is. Shadow Rider, he's gone away for a round, and he's going to come back, and his championship's going to be under threat with all these guys winning around him, although Shadow Rider has had 4 wins so far this season. Maybe that's why he's not turned up, to give the other guys a chance. Cymex there, a great 2nd spot. Great 2nd. There's a whole host of podiums on Cymex line. He's going to get a win pretty soon, I reckon, before the season's out. Although I have heard rumours that the 2 GTMC lobbies may merge. So, but I don't know if that's true or not. It's just a rumour I heard. There is Skyjacker, a grand podium position there to match his first. This is going to help his championship. That championship's going to look tight when the I think the table's already been released. If you want to go to our Discords in the chat. Racer Brown saying good morning all, and the one and only thingy, hey, there's me. Skyjacker says hats off to Bunny and Cymex. Was just me pushing too hard and not being clinical enough to catch them. Racer Brown says congratulations Bunny, great race. And Skyjacker says great race again lads, thanks so much thingy. Hey, my pleasure, I do this for fun, I love it. So where was I? So Skyjacker, yeah, take a boo with a great 3rd place. Jim, the fastest man in the end in the Group 3s in his Ferrari. Oh, Jim, just think if you could have unlocked that pace early on in the race, you would have been up there, I reckon. So a 3rd and a 4th from Jim though in the Ferrari. That is brilliant stuff. Jokers 5th in the Jaguar, a 2nd and a 5th from this weekend. Great race in there from the pole. Pat in 6th. Oh, he was looking good at some point. This looked like he was on a really good strategy. Pat 6th. Oh, matches his position from the first sprint race. 7th for Flashman. Flashman was up there in 4th at one point, or a 3rd with his one-stop strategy. It was looking quite good, but I think the second half of his race didn't go as planned. So Flashman in 7th, and Rivixter there having a mare in the Mercedes. I didn't like the Mercedes Rivixter, if it's any consolation. I didn't enjoy it. And that is that for the GTMC Season 4 Lobby 2 Round 6 at the Autopolis International Racing Course. Oh, I'll look at Bunny. I don't think... Oh, just go to our Discord. If you're not in our Discord already, go to www.virtualracersclub.co.uk, and on that website there is a big button that says join our community. That will take you through to our Discord. Join our Discord. We've got so much signing up at the moment, it's unbelievable. The column is huge, throbbing column of sign-ups. I'll read them out to you. So this coming Friday is Karting Cup. I think it's full. Then you've got Super Touring Cup, Car Cup. We've got GR4 World Series starting on a Saturday. We've got the VGT Series starting soon on a Thursday. We've got the Raptor Raid only just gone up. I don't even think I've read the info on that one yet. The Sunday Cup this Sunday in the minis. Fuji 2.5 hours has gone up. I think that's full already. HPEC Season 3 as well is up there for sign up. So the sign up columns are absolutely heaving, and we need you guys to get your names down so we can fill those lobbies, because we love a full lobby, and we will always try and broadcast every race in the Virtual Racers Club. I was your broadcaster. Any last chats before I go? Oh, and the current tables are available on the league page on websites. Scroll to the bottom of the page, Skyjack is saying. So yeah, you can look at all our oh, that's good, because Homesick Alien's mum has been getting me to take pictures of them on the Discord and then send them to her, because I don't think she wants Discord. So that's good. I'll let her know they're on the websites, and then she can easily just go and check them herself whenever. I was your sorry, Homesick, I'm not trying to embarrass you. Your mum watches. I don't even know if you know your mum watches. I find out from my wife that, yeah, she keeps an eye on his sim racing career. She loves it. So I was your broadcaster and commentator, Anita Bang. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. There is karting tonight, Friday night, but I worked all last night. I'm staying up all day because it's my daddy's birthday, so I don't know if I'm going to have the willpower to stay awake that long. We'll see. I might be there. I'll be slurring. I'll see you later, guys. I was Anita Bang. Thank you for watching. Bye.